More reaction and bring in my colleague Cam Reddin in Canberra. Cam, the opposition came ready for this fight, accusing the government of class warfare and lying to the Australian people.
It did, Kieran. A bit of an insight into the kind of political combat that we're in for on those by-election campaigns, and potentially a look ahead even as far as the kind of combat that we'll expect in the next election campaign. Cost of living and the truth and the believability of the Prime Minister's word is what the coalition is targeting today, accusing him of breaking that bond of trust with the Australian people and lining up in their numbers this morning to take on the Prime Minister.
The election was won on a lie. The election win was based significantly on this lie.
This is an egregious betrayal of the Australian people. The Prime Minister and Treasurer lied over 100 times to the Australian people.
If the PM had any guts here, any integrity, he would take these mooted changes to an election.
All roads lead to caucus this afternoon, where Labor MPs are on their way to Canberra to hear the PM out and hear the Prime Minister's case for why he should break this election promise. A number of them have pulled into the airport in Canberra this morning, are arriving at Parliament House here as we speak. Here's some of what some of his colleagues have had to say so far.
Number one priority is dealing with cost of living and inflation, and that's been the focus all of last year and will continue to be a very important focus this year.
That's what we're here to do. We're here to look after ordinary Australians who are doing it tough at the moment. That's what we're doing today. So we'll see what today happens today, but we're here to look after the national interest. That's what we're going to do.
We'll hear more from the business groups in a little over an hour, who preempted this decision yesterday with a joint statement, some of the largest business lobbies in Australia opposing any changes to the Stage 3 tax cuts. The union movement had initially argued for a total scrapping of Stage 3, but instead they've welcomed the amendments that the Prime Minister will adopt.
And I would say it's un-Australian to not assist ordinary Australians, both low and middle income earners, at this time when they are the ones hurting the most. So the Prime Minister taking this decisive action to address cost of living, to help ordinary Australians with the cost of living is exactly what we need.
So that caucus meeting, Kieran, set for later this afternoon. The Prime Minister will make the case to his MPs, and then it will all be about the sell job to the Australian public.
Yep, and that ministry meeting, the caucus meets this afternoon. The Albanese ministry meeting as we speak. The Cabinet met yesterday, the broader ministry, as I understand it, meeting right now to put the finishing touches on this economic package, which has so much at stake for the government. And as I say, its political future resting a great deal on the outcome of this debate and what was a clear broken promise from the PM.